A quantum leap in consciousness is on the horizon, and it has the potential to make permanent changes for your life's timeline. These upcoming energy shifts are the most important and powerful for all of 2024. So dial in and get ready to receive your angels' messages with spiritual guidance spanning from April 8th through 22nd, 2024. On April 8th, we have a total supermoon solar eclipse in the sign of Aries. A total solar eclipse occurs when the new moon passes between the sun and earth, completely blocking the face of the sun. On an energetic level, eclipses are pivotal moments, igniting powerful endings and new beginnings that have the potential to permanently alter your life's path. This eclipse will be extremely powerful as it is also a supermoon, meaning that the moon will be at its closest to the Earth in its orbit, increasing the pull of the moon's energies. This is going to be the biggest eclipse of 2024, igniting energies that you're going to be feeling for the next 18 months. Now, as you may know, the full moon that occurred on March 25th was a lunar eclipse. And if you watched my lunar eclipse video, which I'll link for you in the description below, then you know that it was a south node eclipse, meaning that there was an intense review of the past. Lunar eclipses can often be very challenging and involve very intense purging and releasing of the past, whereas solar eclipses can often feel much easier. This solar eclipse is a north node eclipse, representing new beginnings. The north node is a point in the sky that symbolizes our future collective destiny. Our solar eclipse is aligned with the North Node in Aries, which is the first sign of the zodiac, further emphasizing that it is a major new beginning with powerful energy for seeding the future. On top of all of this, we have also been having intense solar flares and geomagnetic storms, disrupting the energy body of Mother Earth. Your energy body is part of the energy body of Mother Earth, as her energy feeds right into yours and vice versa. So you have likely been feeling some intensity lately, which will be continuing into April. All of these potent, destabilizing energy shifts are catalyzing our evolution and bringing in quantum leaps forward for our collective consciousness. So, though these shifts may feel uncomfortable and bring intense ascension symptoms with them, trust that this is an accelerated period of evolution that is for your highest good. If you'd like to learn more about ascension symptoms, be sure to check the links I left for you in the description below to learn more. I cannot stress enough how powerful these shifts will be. This is an important window for seeding high-frequency light codes into our collective, triggering spiritual ascension and Kundalini awakenings, and guiding light workers all over the planet to remember their divine purposes and call in the new earth. We're going to go into deep details on all of this, so buckle up and get ready to dive into the angels' 3 big messages for this eclipse. Now, all 3 of the messages I'm about to share will apply to your path in some way, but if you want to get a sense of which message is going to be your leading theme and soul lesson during this eclipse cycle, then pick a number 1, 2, or 3. Whichever number you're intuitively drawn to first will represent your leading angel message. Ready? Let's dive in. The angel's first message for the solar eclipse cycle and all that it will be seeding for the next 18 months is all about life-changing healing. We're currently being guided through healing that will change your sense of self and the trajectory of your life. Chiron, an asteroid known as the Wounded Healer, has now reached exact alignment with the North Node and this eclipse. Chiron represents our traumas and wounds, including wounds both from this lifetime, as well as wounds from past lives, and wounds that echo across generations in your ancestral lineage. As Chiron is currently in Aries, which is a sign all about your relationship with yourself, the wounds that are currently being activated for healing are the wounds that have shaped your identity. Because these wounds may have influenced your self-concept and relationship with your core I amness, they can encompass experiences of victimhood. Chiron represents that we can source power, wisdom, and healing from our wounds. Its energy encourages us to look at our wounds as portals of power that can help us guide and teach both ourselves and others to rise back into alignment with our original divine consciousness of love. In the myth of Chiron, it was Chiron's own wounding of being abandoned at birth that allowed him to find his role as a teacher, psychic, and healer. You are currently on a journey from woundedness and victimhood to healing and empowerment. You are being guided to step into your power at a high level so that you can fulfill your soul's highest intention and purpose for this lifetime. Your angels want to share some messages about what that is going to look like and how you can support yourself through this life-changing healing journey. First off, this healing has a high likelihood of guiding you to break away from an old pattern so that you can forge a new one. Chiron orbits between Saturn, symbolizing the old structured way or pattern, and Uranus, representing the new and breaking free. In order to achieve this big shift out of the past and into an empowered future, you will be guided into deep self-understanding. It's possible that important components of this self-understanding and knowledge may have started for you sometime around the March equinox, which ushered in the first waves of our current energy upgrades and will intensify through this solar eclipse and beyond. Mercury, the planet of communication and information, is aligning with Chiron 3 times throughout this healing chapter, including on March 20th, April 17th, and May 6th. Of course, Mercury is retrograde from April 2nd to 25th, so the April 17th alignment with Chiron will occur while Mercury is retrograde, representing an energetic catalyst to dig deep into the foundations of your psyche and understand the past in a new light. Overall, this is all about bringing conscious awareness to areas in your relationship with yourself where you may have previously experienced a lack of awareness. It is about bringing light to darkness and restoring love to all aspects of yourself where love had been cut off in the past. One specific area where this restoration of love, light, and healing will occur will be in your root chakra. Your root chakra is the energy center located at the bottom of your spine, which houses your energetic relationship with safety, security, home, family, and finances. In order to be your most powerful self, it is important that you feel a basic sense of safety in your relationship with being human and living in the earthly realm. So throughout this healing season of your life, you're being called to face, forgive, and purge the fear of lack so that you can rise into a higher consciousness of abundance. You're also being called to face, forgive, and purge trust issues, including any deep wounds that ever damaged your sense of trust, faith, and security with others or this world. And lastly, you're also being called to upgrade your relationship with Mother Earth so that you can feel a sense of home, comfort, and true security in this world. This may include healing related to your home, immediate family or closest relationships, and your relationship with your body and physical health. In relation to your body, your angels want you to know that you may be called to upgrade the most intimate aspect of your relationship with the earth by changing your diet. The food you put into your body isn't just filled with physical calories and nutrients, it is also filled with spiritual energy related to all the life forces involved in bringing that food to your table. You may find yourself undergoing an awakening related to nutrition, ethical food sourcing, and food as spiritual medicine to help you unlock a more harmonious relationship with the planet. Your angels also want you to know that in relation to your body, your spinal column is the physical highway of your spiritual ascension. You may find that you're being guided to focus on your spine, nervous system, and spinal alignment in order to help your body become an even more hospitable vessel for ease and comfort as you anchor higher spiritual vibrations of consciousness. Along with this, it is possible that many lightworkers may experience something known as a Kundalini awakening. From spiritual knowledge passed down through ancient Indian traditions such as yoga and tantra, we know that Kundalini energy is a primal life force energy, which is believed to rest at the bottom of your spine in your root chakra. During a Kundalini awakening, that energy unravels and flows up the spine, activating each of your chakras to unlock your higher divine potential. An awakening of your Kundalini energy helps to expand your awareness of your multidimensionality, awaken your spiritual gifts, and puts you on the path of your highest timeline for this life. All of this has the potential to occur as a result of the major healing you're being guided through from now through the next 18 months. Your angel's biggest piece of guidance to support you through this is to choose love and hone in on disciplined spiritual practices such as meditation. I'll leave the link to my Stillness Meditation for you in the description below to give a great tool to help you to get started with that spiritual discipline. Know that no matter what arises for you on this healing journey, this is all for your highest divine good and in service of your alignment with the highest consciousness of love. The angel's second message for the solar eclipse and all that it will be seeding for the path ahead is about the rise of the rebel. It is at the edge where growth and expansion occurs. Think of a tree. A tree expands and grows at its edges by way of the branches and leaves that are gathering light and reaching out to expand into new space. The same is true of a culture. The growth occurs not in the center hub of its status quo, but at its edges where the rebels, mavericks, revolutionaries, artists, and leading edge thinkers reside. We are now being guided not to grow by conforming to the status quo, but by embracing the rebel within. We are entering the time of the maverick, wherein the outsider is being guided to embrace their uniqueness and become the pioneering leaders of a new earth. At the time of this eclipse, we have the Sun, Moon, Venus, Chiron, Eris, and Mercury all in the sign of Aries. This creates a powerful force field of Aries energy, which encourages us to rise into our inner authority, self-empowerment, leadership abilities, and strong warrior within. You are being guided to claim the power within you, and remember that you don't need any guru to connect directly with the divine source or any outer authority to give you permission to shine your light. One of the most significant astrological alignments of all of 2024 is further initiating this maverick, revolutionary, rebel leader energy. That alignment is the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction, which will occur in the sign of Taurus on April 20th. This alignment is guiding us to break free of what we've outgrown and shed the limiting patterns of the past, which helps us to radically make way for the future. Jupiter-Uranus conjunctions have historically been aligned with revolutionary social shifts, including the French and American revolutions, the social movements of the late 1960s, and the fall of the Berlin Wall. Overall, this is an energy that is activating cycle breakers. This is an energy that is guiding us to take a risk and a leap of faith in order to break new ground. None of the change you're looking for is going to come within your comfort zone. You're being guided to shed the confines and stagnation of your past comfort zone in order to bravely claim a new future trajectory. This is essentially a powerful spark, an ignition point for the rise of a new future vision, which includes prioritization of truth, freedom, justice, and equality. It is highly likely that this energy shift will help to seed jumps in consciousness, new discoveries in science, technology, healing, and our relationship with the cosmos. According to the angels, light workers all over the world are being guided to remember their divine origins, align with the path of their soul's higher purpose, and help guide the way into a new earth. Trust and allow any big realizations, changes, or nudges to leave your comfort zone and blaze a new trail. Your rebel maverick side is being illuminated so that you can help lead the way into the future. The angel's third message for this solar eclipse cycle and all the energy shifts it will be ushering in for the long-term future is all about a timeline shift for civilization itself. According to the angels, all of the healing and spiritual awakening that is being set into motion now is helping our collective to reimagine civilization and co-create a global civilization that more clearly reflects our unity. And yes, there are some specific hotspots for this civilization-changing shift. That hotspot is the United States of America. The eclipse will move northeast across the United States, meaning that this is where we may see a lot of that change occur. By the way, parts of Mexico and Canada are also in the eclipse path and also likely to experience some form of this change. We're going to highlight the energetic shifts of the United States specifically because this new moon solar eclipse will be conjunct the midheaven of the United States of America's birth chart. This is all occurring during America's long-term Pluto return shift, representing death, transformation, and rebirth for the heart and soul of the United States. This means that the USA is likely to revisit major lessons and karmas associated to government, leadership, social values, and cultural identity. Remember, all of this is happening as our collective global energies are ripe with the revolutionary seeking of truth, freedom, and justice. Overall, this means that the seeds of a shift are being planted during this eclipse cycle. Then, over the next couple of years, we'll be seeing the continued results culturally and politically. All of this has the potential to ripple across the world, triggering similar social awakening. Now, we need to address what I've come to understand is an elephant in the room regarding the eclipse path and the United States. There are certain conspiracy theories spreading around the internet wherein people are saying that the eclipse will be traveling through 7 towns by the name of Nineveh. According to the conspiracy theory, this means that God is warning us that we're a society that has fallen off the path of righteousness. Let's first debunk the initial claims of this conspiracy theory, then go deeper into why there's actually some truth to why this idea is in our collective consciousness right now. First off, the eclipse path is not moving through 7 towns named Nineveh. According to fact checkers, it is only moving through 2. Secondly, according to the angels, God does not judge. God is a consciousness so high that it absolutely transcends the pettiness of human judgment and instead rests in a state of unconditional eternal love for all of creation at all times. God is not a consciousness or power that judges, punishes, or incites fear in any human being. Now that we have established that, let's talk about why the biblical city of Nineveh is coming up in our collective consciousness right now. Our collective consciousness is full of deep knowing and intuition, and certain ideas arise at certain times because they are part of our collective karmic growth and learning. In the Bible, Nineveh is referenced in the book of Jonah. It is a city that is associated with vice and sin, and so God asked Jonah to go to Nineveh and tell them of their wrongdoing to help set them on a better path. Jonah is afraid of doing this, so he gets on a ship in an attempt to run away from his divine purpose. While on the ship, the waves begin to rise and storms begin to brew. Now, water in all mythology tends to symbolize the deep psyche. What happens when you procrastinate, deny your calling, or stuff down your truth is that your subconscious mind will not rest at peace. It will roil with emotional feedback telling you that something is not right. The crew on the ship asks who has offended God such that they were sent this storm, and Jonah admits that it was he who denied God's calling. So they toss Jonah into the sea. If we ignore our emotions and deny our truth, eventually those emotions will swallow us up like the sea, almost seeming to drown us in their intensity. But instead of drowning, Jonah is swallowed by a giant monstrous whale. The whale then takes him down to the bottom of the dark, dark ocean where not even a ray of light penetrates. This symbolizes that Jonah is having a dark night of the soul. He is facing his darkest shadows of unconscious fears. It isn't until Jonah vows to God that he will deliver the prophecy to Nineveh that the whale swims up and spits Jonah out to go and continue on his path. This story is about following your divine calling and not shrinking in fear before your human ethical responsibility to shine your light and help leave the world a better place than you found it. According to the angels, this story is surfacing in humanity's collective consciousness right now because we are at such a pivotal time of change, and many are being called to shine their light. According to the angels, all civilizations have the potential to become corrupt, to create shared life circumstances that contagiously spread the energy of fear and suffering. When civilizations reach the tipping point of that toxic corruption, they begin to break down, and many of them historically have then fallen. We are at a fork in the road where we have the opportunity to choose love, empathy, and unity in such a way that guides our collective towards a rebirth for civilization. During this eclipse cycle, soul memories related to ancient, advanced, prehistoric civilizations are returning to our collective psyche. These civilizations include Lemuria and Atlantis. These were ancient, advanced civilizations wherein, particularly in Lemuria, a very high level of spiritual consciousness was able to be born, spread, and for a time thrive. These civilizations rose and then later fell. However, there are thousands of souls all across the planet who are reincarnated Lemurians and Atlanteans. These are light workers who chose to incarnate during this time of consciousness evolution in order to help lead from the wisdom of their past life experiences. During this eclipse, many of you are going to be receiving infusions of high vibrating divine light that will help to reactivate those soul memories and reclaim the wisdom that will draw up a template for the new earth. The leading conscious force of this is empathy. If you're an empath and you're watching this before midnight on Saturday, April 4th, then click the link I left for you in the description below to learn more about my Empaths Empowerment course. Registration closes at midnight U.S. Eastern Time on April 4th. This course is going to bring in a huge healing and empowering upgrade for empaths. Know that no matter what path you're on and what arises during this season of change, you are being guided to activate the higher consciousness of love by choosing empathy, compassion, gratitude, unity, and connection above all else. You are the light of the world, and you are an important part of our collective spiritual adventure in this world. Thank you so much for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, and hitting the notification bell. It helps so much when you hit that like button, by the way, as it helps other lightworkers find these angel messages within YouTube's algorithm. So thank you so much for that. It is my honor to be connected with you. Know until next time that you are so loved and so very blessed. Bye!